Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new around here, we cover all kinds of off-road topics, including RC, BeamNG drive, and real-world race coverage and everything else that kind of just comes up. So today we're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to be doing my top 10 BeamNG drive off-road vehicles. And to get the list kicked off here, we have the Trail Raider at number 8 for Nix from Nix 909. This car is awesome. Personally, I feel like this car is overlooked pretty often. It has two completely different configurations for the chassis. The Trail Raider has an Ultra 4 style IFS front, trailing arm rear with a full-size spare. Absolutely crushes it in the desert. Nix is also the guy who makes, obviously, Nix's tire packs, some of the best tires, if not the best tires in the game. So what you're seeing here is now the solid axle version of this car. This is perfect for standard, just rock crawling, trail riding, all kinds of fun stuff. This one has actually been raced in a bunch of our races as well, but the real thing that makes Nix's cars so special is the attention to detail. You have RCV axles, real world hubs, king shocks, everything that you can think of. Nix has got it covered. The Trail Raider is one of the most underrated cars in BeamNG drive, and I'm happy to have it here on our list, and it lives here at number 8. Next on our list, we have probably the most famous buggy for BeamNG drive, the one that's been around what feels like longer than any other aftermarket buggy. This is the Ibex goat-built buggy from Tom at Rough Country Crawlers. This is one of the most tested off-road vehicles in the entire game. Multiple configurations from not only the suspension setup to also the chassis setup. It has a rear steer option, it has a trailing arm rear end option, it has everything that you can think of. 4-link, a lot of customization, a lot of really high level tunability. This car can really do it all. It can rock climb with the rear steer, it can also run through the desert with the trailing arm setup. This has been one of the best do-it-all cars in the game. It's fantastic. Tom, excellent job. Coming in at number 6 is another vehicle from Tom. This is Tom's Toyota Trail Truggy. This is one of the more scale, real designs from Tom. The thing that makes this truck so special is that it's got excellent attention to detail in not only the textures but the models as well. Everything from an East Coast configuration to a West Coast configuration that are really spot on for the real world. Working lights, propane tank in the back. You have an option actually as well to run the half cab, and the Toyota Trail Truggy also includes a fully custom chassis version for this as well. So this is really, really cool. Again, the scale details, particularly in the texture, the way it drives, everything about it is amazing. This thing can hit your green trails all the way to the super hard black diamond trails. This is one of my favorite leisure cars in the game, without a doubt. At number 5, we have another car from Tom. We have the Hopper Reimagined. If you have any familiarity with the BeamNG cars, you'll know that the Hopper is the kind of knockoff Jeep. And what Tom was able to do with this thing is really turn it into something that had so much potential and really capitalize on all that potential there. Hopper Reimagined has bypasses, coilovers, extendable, or I guess the term would be, the Hopper Reimagined has configurable wheelbase, so it makes it an excellent car to run in the rocks. It does do okay in the desert, but not great. I'm sure it could be tuned and configured to be amazing in the desert, but where this car really shines is going to be all in the rock crawling here. This one really is one of my favorite cars and is my go-to trail car for sure. Next on the list at number 4, we have another vehicle from Tom. This is the Fabn Moon Buggy. If you're not familiar with moon buggies, they are the extreme pinnacle of high performance rock crawling. Everything from portals to the car, and what portals are is at the axle, it actually makes the actual axle sit higher. You got huge tires on big wheels, the most minimal amount of chassis here. Again, Tom has done an amazing job with the details when it comes from everything to the tire design, to the interior, all the interior accessories, and how this car drives. You can even see earlier in this clip that there was a suck down winch option, which is really, really cool for performance. This car has everything that you could want for a high performance rock crawler. Really, really something special. If you don't have this one, I highly recommend you check it out. Third on our list is the Mountain Goat Buggy from SMR Graphics. This is kind of a new release for the Rock Bouncer guys, but this has been one that has been very welcome. It's been a while since we've had a high performance based Rock Bouncer. There are some other Rock Bouncers in the game currently, but they're more true to scale, I guess might be the right way to say it. The SMR Graphics Mountain Goat Buggy is scale, it's big, it's got tons of power, tunable suspension. It's really something special. I've had a lot of fun running this in our online rock bouncing races, and this is available through his Patreon. It's very, very good. There's a lot of support coming out for it as well. SMR is constantly updating this thing and putting a lot of work into it. This is a really special rock bouncer. Nothing quite like it in the game outside of this one right here. Our silver place is a brand new release. This is a work in progress release. I believe it's still considered a beta from the BDR team and Isaac over at BDR. This is the Kinetik trophy truck. I am not normally a fan of trophy trucks, but here recently with the release of Johnson Valley, I've really enjoyed the wide open spaces and the desert here. This has been something that's been very welcome. This is an excellent looking car, functioning car, highly tunable, and right out of the gate with the configurations that come from Isaac, they are absolutely incredible. This is a lot of fun, especially if you enjoy high speed. High speed off-road is without a doubt the way to go, but the polish here, the attention to detail is really something special. And the top of our list, if you did not already know, is without a doubt the UFO Buggy from Tom at Rough Country Crawling. This machine truly can do it all. If you see here in this clip, I'll actually end up going about 130 miles in the desert, and it just sits on top of all the whoops. This one is really special because I'm a huge Ultra 4 fan. This is it. This is the cream of the crop in terms of performance, in my opinion, to do it all car. It can do everything in the rocks as well as crush the desert. It's got amazing attention to detail, RCVs up front, King shocks, amazing in-cab views. There's really no stone left unturned with this one. The UFO Buggy is absolutely polished and it's amazing. This is hands down my favorite buggy in the game, particularly when it comes to racing or trying to set a good pace. The UFO Buggy is my go-to every time. It's absolutely amazing. Hats off to all the creators who have been mentioned here. A link to their Patreons, as most of these are Patreon-based mods. We want to make sure that we support those who support our game and all that kind of fun stuff. We want to make sure that these guys are being compensated for their time. So if you guys have any suggestions on vehicles that you think I missed and anything like that, we do have 2 honorable mentions here to tack on at the end, and I hope you enjoy those too because they sure are a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the video, stay around for next time, and as always, we'll see you out on the trail. Number 9 on this list is kind of a meme. It's kind of funny. This is the Rhino UTV from Tom over at Rough Country Crawling. This thing actually performs pretty well once you get it figured out and learn how to drive it. It does have a geared transmission. In about 4th and 5th gear, this thing really starts to get down and party. This is one of the most fun cars, but performance-wise, it's definitely not at the top of the list. For short course, it does really well, but once you start hitting big open desert with big whoops, your back is definitely broken by riding in this thing, and also it leaves a lot to be desired in the rocks. I think that's the right way to put it. The weight distribution on it is a little rear end heavy, being a rear end car or a rear engine car, and it's a lot of fun for sure.
I can't believe you like actually thought it was too good.
First rock Joe's gonna hate his life. Okay. Sick 'em.
Release the hounds.
No shit.
Ah, damn it.
Oh wow. Yeah, how you doing? Did you see that rock back there? God, this thing gets in.
Alright, my engine died.
If we need call straight ribbon.
Yeah, you better run back to the pit.
Alright, I'm going. I'm going to pits. Alright.
So last on this list is the Bomber Fab Buggy. This is an Ultra 4 Classic, Desert Racing Classic. This is a King of the Hammers Classic. This is one of the best, most winning chassis in the entire real world. It was brought to the game shortly and then shortly discontinued, so this one is not available anymore. It's a great car. If you can find it, hold on to it, but man, is this a special one. So I wanted to throw it in there at the end there to just see and show everybody an honorable mention. Thanks for watching the video, everybody, and I'll see you next time.